because I really appreciate, like you say, the realness that was with the Flintstone movies. So do you have any favorite memories from working on that?
Well, yes, actually, I think that number one, the fact that I enjoyed Steven Spielberg's approval and support throughout both films is still tremendously satisfying. Uh, as was getting to know and work with uh, Bill Hanna and Joe Barbera. Uh, and, I tell the story often about how I first met them. We were, they, they kept the script away from them for a long time. They didn't want them ambling, they didn't want them to meddle or be unhappy with it, until everybody was on board, and the train had kind of left that station. And I don't know why they chose to do that, but they did. And so the first time they had any real interaction with the production was the design phase was basically complete, and we were in a serious building mode. And the only car that was finished was Barney's double log car with the and the cartoon, it's a single. To get more people in, we had to make it two logs. And that was the only car that was done. And I picked them up and they got in the car with me. And I'm driving them across to stage 17, 18,
Oh
19,
wow.
21, and 22. We're all filled. That's about close to 200,000 square feet of soundstage that we had occupied just in our building phase. And and they were Bill and Joe were very quiet, and I felt that they expected to be disappointed. And once we walked inside and they saw and they saw what we were building, they 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 started giving each other these old married couple looks, uh, and and they were engaged and fascinated and delighted, as was every single person working on those stages. That that Hanna Barbera is, they really weren't people. They were an institution in our lives, and the fact that they were there and were so blown away by what these people were doing in their name, with their with the crown jewel of their empire, uh, meant so much. And we finally walked out back into the sunlight, and Joe Barbera shook his head and he said, "Never did I ever expect to see anything like that." And I told him we were just getting started, and we were. And they were in the movie, and they came. I ran the film for them. Finally, the finished film. They came with Hoyt Curtin, their composer who wrote the Flintstones theme, and not Scooby Doo though for some reason. I've noticed, but just the Jetsons, just about all of them. And when the film ended, there were tears in their eyes, and they gave me big hugs. And what more could you ask for?